And now at 5, a man in court accused of a murder from 1992.
The latest on the investigation into a possible second suspect.
A few storms on radar right now and more storm chances in your forecast.
And facing a lawsuit in the death of Gary Harrell.
The family's attorney tells 13 News what they're hoping to get from the city of Indianapolis and a retired Metro police officer. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News.
A missing man turned murder case from 30 years ago in Hamilton County is finally headed to trial.
Now, the man who is charged in the case says he only helped dispose of the body. Rich Nye in the courtroom today with the victim's family still waiting for answers in this case now after 3 decades.
Thomas Anderson Jr. is charged with the 1992 murder of 24-year-old Tony Bledsoe. With 14 members of Bledsoe's family in the gallery Wednesday, Anderson's attorney asked for and received a continuance, moving the jury trial to January 12th. In court records, Anderson told police that Bledsoe was shot and stabbed at this Noblesville duplex by Andy Emmert in a dispute over stolen car parts. Anderson apparently lived here with Emmert. Anderson says he helped Emmert dismember and dispose of the body.
Tony Bledsoe went missing March 16, 1992. About a month later, a torso from a body was discovered in a ravine in Putnam County in a place where people dump trash. But that was not identified as Bledsoe until 2018, after police got a tip from Anderson's nephew.
State police searched Emmert's home and Atlanta town buildings last October. They seized 2 classic Oldsmobile Cutlass cars, the same kind of car that Bledsoe drove. The Atlanta Town Council fired Emmert from his job as Utilities and Streets Superintendent and Building Commissioner after Anderson was charged in May and implicated Emmert. But Emmert does not face any charges. Wednesday's hearing gave a clue that Emmert may have been the target of a grand jury that did not return an indictment.
I believe this was originally a grand jury case. There's a statute that requires me to request this court to allow the state to provide me with some information that came from the grand jury.
Anderson's murder charge did not come from a grand jury, but his attorney will get the grand jury transcript to help prepare Anderson's defense. In Noblesville, Rich Nye, 13 News.
Chief Deputy Prosecutor would not say if Andy Emmert is still under investigation for the murder, but he says anyone who might have additional information about the case is urged to come forward. We do have an update for you now on a hit-and-run crash which left a man in a coma.
Metro Police now say they have arrested the suspect. As we first told you Monday, a warrant was issued for 53-year-old Stephen Frazier's arrest. IMPD says officers arrested him today on North Delaware Street in downtown Indy.
Police say that Frazier hit 28-year-old Jalen Brown. This happened on June 27th near the areas of East Washington and Sherman Drive. Brown was on his bike, and Brown's family tells 13 News he is making progress in his recovery and healing. And now tonight at 5, we are hearing from attorneys of an Indianapolis family. They filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the city and also a now retired IMPD officer.
Gary Harrell Sr. was shot and killed by an IMPD officer almost 2 years ago during a traffic stop. Marina Silva joins us tonight with why his family says Harrell's death should not have happened.
Well, the lawsuit filed just this week, almost 2 years to the day that Gary Harrell Sr. was killed by a then IMPD officer Douglas Correll. Body camera video captured the moment Harrell Sr. was shot after Officer Correll stopped him. In it, you see Harrell running from the officer as Correll tells him to stop. Police say Harrell had a gun in his hand when Correll fired 2 shots at him, as Harrell's back was turned to the officers. Harrell was taken to the hospital where he eventually died. Almost 2 years later, Officer Correll has not been charged or cleared by the prosecutor's office. Alex Lamontis is one of the attorneys for the Harrell's estate. He says Harrell's family has not forgotten and they want justice.
Prosecutor's office, they're supposed to be these ministers of justice to protect us, the public, regardless of where the bad act came from, whether it was a police officer or law enforcement themselves. Their job is to do that. And the family is frustrated with the fact that that hasn't occurred yet.
IMPD says they do not comment on pending litigation. IMPD did tell me today Officer Carell retired in February 2024. Back to you guys.
As expected, a few spotty showers and storms today. Everything you see on radar moving from northwest to southeast. I am going to give you a couple of local looks. We'll start south and east of Indianapolis. The heaviest cell moving across the southern sections of Shelby County right now, in between Shelbyville and Hope. So heads up, if this holds together, Greensburg, you've got another downpour moving your way. We've got a little bit of rain over Greenfield right now. We've had a few pushing over Lake Monroe. They are now to the east and right now not associated with any lightning. No lightning here, but those spotty downpours between Hartford City and Portland. So Portland, heads up, those are moving in now. This type of activity expected for the next couple of hours. It's warm, it's muggy, temperatures between 80 and 85, and we will stay there this evening. Partly cloudy skies, chance for a pop-up downpour, a rumble of thunder. And then as we get into our Thursday forecast, we are expecting a little more sunshine with that slight chance for a stray downpour or thunderstorm.
Thanks, Angela. Right now, Citizens Energy Group is working to repair water main break on the near southeast side. This was a scene at the intersection of Raymond Street and Sherman Drive this morning. As you can see, traffic is still able to get through, but both directions are partially restricted. So drivers should use another route to avoid delays. No customers lost water due to this service line break. And we have an update now on measles cases in Indiana.
We are now seeing the first case this year reported in central Indiana. One case of the disease now we're told is confirmed in Putnam County. The Putnam County Health Department says this is not an outbreak and insists the risk to the public remains low.
This is the 9th case in Indiana this year. 8 cases were reported back in April, all of them in Allen County.
And this latest case comes as measles cases across the country hit their highest level in 3 decades. The CDC says the U.S. has seen 1,288 cases since the 1st of January. 17 states, Indiana's among them, have experienced outbreaks this year in 2025. Now, the MMR vaccine, which stands for measles, mumps, and rubella, is 97% effective at preventing the disease after just 2 doses. It's typically administered in childhood.
Happening tomorrow, a chance for Wayne Township residents to get free legal help. And it is happening from 5 to 7 tomorrow night at the Meridian Professional Building, which is near Meridian and 34th. Attorneys will be available to discuss topics including tenant rights, family law, child support, and bankruptcy. No appointments are needed, but bring any documents that you would like reviewed.